For those who have not been paying attention, there's been a lot of violence and aggression at these Trump rallies with these conservative thugs. We had this woman being pushed around at a Trump rally. I mean, if I could have jumped through my damn screen watching that, I would have. I've seen a lot of things that have made me upset and have made me feel like, basically gave me a jolt of motivation or whatever. But seeing this lady being pushed around and being called black bitch scum, if I've never felt like being motivated to put a stop to the bullshit, that had to be like just basically it for me. And then there was a brother who was being escorted out of a Trump rally. He was a protester. He's walking with the police in front of him and in back of him, if I'm not mistaken. He's walking up this flight of stairs, and this 78-year-old random white man punches him in the face. The police tackled the guy who got punched as opposed to the man who punched him. And I just sat back and said, look at this. They don't know what they're doing because the world is watching. See, in America, stuff like that will fly. And people will say, well, he was just a big mouth punk and we're not going to be pushed around by him. No, being pushed around is what happened to that young lady who was called black bitch scum. Anyway, Trump rallies are being shut down now because they're so ratchet. Here's what Jussie Smollett from Empire Season 3 had to say about it. He said, and I quote, well, first of all, Donald Trump said this on Twitter. He said, the organized group of people, many of them thugs, who shut down our First Amendment rights in Chicago have totally energized America. To which Jussie Smollett responded by saying, America is already energized. That's why we shut you down. See, we quote unquote thugs know how to build walls better than you. Black power fist emoji. He goes on to say, quote, I'm so beyond proud of the people of hashtag Chicago. Anyone that stands for hate and pretends that that's what America is, shut them down. Hashtag love. Basically, gay superhero Jussie Smollett is saying that America is about love and not about this hate speech that this thug Donald Trump is spewing. Donald Drumpf. Now, he's running around with his hair hat blowing in the wind, that fucking roadkill on the top of his head, calling people thugs who were assaulted at his rallies. How the hell do you call somebody a thug when they were the one who was punched or pushed? I mean, it's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And then they tackled the guy who got punched as opposed to the attacker. I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense unless you know the agenda. But I love it. I'm loving all of this. I'm sitting back salivating at the mouth. I ejaculated in my pants when I saw that the protests were shut down. Rather, the protests shut. Excuse me. I got a piece of Donald Trump's hair hat in my mouth. Got that nasty raccoon hair on my tongue. Can't even talk. What I meant to say was, while they're having their fun, doing whatever they're doing at these rallies, having their little clan meetings, clan reunions and shit, the world is watching. This stuff is being videotaped and documented. And we're showing how basically America has not progressed. And the reason why is because of these mentally deluded people that we call conservatives. So Christianity at some point is going to be viewed basically the way that Islam is being viewed. The conservatives are going to be viewed the way that Al-Qaeda and ISIS is viewed. They're heavily armed and whatnot. There's going to be a clash with the government sooner or later. The whole Clive and Bundy thing and whatnot is a preview to it. These clan meeting or clan reunions that Donald Trump is having as these rallies, all of this stuff is going to lead up to a clash with the government. These conservative thugs are going to end up in concentration camps. But I'll present the evidence to you another time. I ought to go dig it back up, because I've been in the conspiracy circles for many, many years. So I'm going to have to go back around 10 years into the archives to show you guys some very interesting information. You're going to be like, oh shit. Because this is playing out a long time ago. The Negro Bedwench movement, I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm going to be talking about the conservative terrorist thug movement. And it's going to be a very interesting conversation. When I put out this video, everybody's going to be talking about it. But anyways, let me know what you think about it all below. Do you think Jussie's right? Do you think Donald's right? Do you think that the protesters are thugs? Do you think Donald Trump is a thug? Do you think that the people at the rallies that are pushing and punching people are the thugs? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. By the way, I started noticing the white people in the media are starting to call these conservatives that are assaulting people thugs. You see, thug used to be a code word for the N-word. And the racist white people, instead of saying the N-word, they would call you a thug. So then that way you couldn't call them racist because they're just demeaning your behavior and not your race, of course. But they never call white people thugs. Now, in recent times, white people who write these news articles are starting to call people like Donald Trump and the people that support him thugs, people like Clive and Bundy. So things are really changing. They're about to change rapidly, and these conservatives are just going to be, they're going to be toast real soon. And America really is going to get a lot better. It's going to seem like it's getting worse, but if Donald Trump really became president, which I doubt he ever will, hey, it will do nothing but help us. Mark my words. Let me know what you think about it all below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. I might do a video titled, I hope Donald Trump becomes president, and I'll explain why there. It'll probably name something to that effect. Meat Magazine.